What's going on, Scorpio? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you your Saturn Retrograde reading. Saturn goes into retrograde on May 23rd, and it lasts until like the first week of October. When Saturn is in retrograde, Saturn is father time, basically. Saturn tells you when time is up, when it's time to change course, when, you know, something is old and outdated and it's time to move on. It's basically about maturity and changing with the times. So when Saturn's in retrograde, it's all about reflecting on what, you know, you need to change, okay? Outdated routines and patterns that are no longer working need to be changed. And you have Saturn in the 4th house, okay? That's the house of Aquarius, but for you, it's the 4th house. So Aquarius deals with like-minded people, okay? And in the 4th house, we're talking about family members, all right? So this is dealing with the home, okay? This could have something to do with childhood situations or the current home that you're in right now, and or your private life, okay? So I laid out a few cards here, and we're going to dig in. So what this is going to be about is if you have not done what Saturn has asked you to do, there is going to, because Saturn is all about karma. So between now, we're in the pre-shadow stages of it right now. As of today's date, which is the 14th that I'm filming this, but the actual retrograde starts on the 23rd, and it lasts to October. So we're in the pre-shadow stages, so you may be feeling these energies now. So what karma deals with, what Saturn deals with, it deals with karma. So if you've not changed based on what Saturn has told you to do, you may reap karma as a result of it. So this reading is going to be based on the Scorpio ascendant sign, the Scorpio sun sign, and a Saturn in Scorpio. If there have not been changes made, what kind of karma will come out of this? Okay, so we have the old woman card that came out in reverse. We have the faithfulness card. We have the thief card that came out in reverse. We have the waiting card that came out in reverse. We have the pleasure seekers card that came out in reverse. We have the servant card that came out in reverse. We have the gift card. We have the message card that came out in reverse, the messenger. And then we have the doctor card. So what I'm getting here is, since we're dealing with the 4th house, is dealing with family, your roots, your heritage, things that went on in the home when you, in your formative years, your nurturing mother figure, or whomever raised you, whoever was a nurturing figure in your formative years. So there's a situation here where someone may not have learned from the situation, because they may still be faithful to people that they should not be. For some of you, the mothering figure or the nurturing figure in your life when you were a child was someone who was not wise, someone who was very immature in their emotional state. You know, this could have been someone who did not have emotion to give. Okay, and they didn't, it wasn't, I feel like this person could have shown you that, you know, they really didn't have the emotional capacity for you. It wasn't anything that was hidden. People saw it. You know, so people who knew the relationship between you and this nurturing figure, whether it's a mother or father, whoever raised you, this was an energy of someone who did not have a lot of wisdom. Someone who wasn't smart. Oh, here come the alarms. Here we go. So this is what you were dealing with. Okay, the alarms are just reiterating that. So for some of you, as far as how you were raised, you know, you might have been faithful to this individual and loyal to this individual. That might have been what they wanted, faithfulness and loyalty. But I feel like they were not that way to you. So in your current life, as a reflection of all of that went on, I feel like trying to connect with this person or trying to relate with this person is like wasting your time, because they're never going to get to the point where they appreciate you. I feel like that connection is very difficult to deal with. and always has been and always will be. Even in the current life, it was that way as a child, but now in your current life is this way as well. So the universe is basically saying that with Saturn in retrograde, it's time for you to really assess where your loyalties lie. And it should be with you and not to people who didn't have loyalty to you. Okay, family members. These could be elderly family members or the nurturing figure in your home. Okay, so I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, it was difficult growing up. I feel like for a lot of you, you were waiting for that love. You were waiting to be treated, you know, the way that you felt you were waiting for that nourishment, that emotional nourishment. And I feel like you were waiting in vain with the waiting card in reverse here. So I feel like for a lot of you now, you're not able to give emotionally, or you may be guarded or blocked. That's because if that is the case, it's because you're still in contact or in communication, or you're still loyal to this nurturing figure that doesn't know how to love. Okay? The old woman represents somebody who's wise, somebody who's learned from their mistakes, somebody who realizes that what they did in the past didn't serve them, and so now they need to change. But this came out in reverse. So I feel like what's going on is that nurturing figure, they're not going to change. They're faithful and loyal to their agenda, and I feel like with this thief card in reverse here, it's quite obvious. They make it obvious. It's not something that's hidden or anything like that. It's like, you know this about this person. So the waiting for them to appreciate you for who you are with the servant card in reverse, it's not going to happen. This person is never going to appreciate you or show any type of real loyalty to you, because that's just what they're meant to do. And to see Saturn's in Aquarius. So what I feel like is Saturn, this person was meant to teach you a lesson. Okay, with the 4th house. This parent or this nurturing figure was meant to teach you a lesson. Okay, to teach you to be loyal to yourself. And unfortunately, this was a hard lesson because it came from a family member. All right, which a lot of you Scorpios, sending sign and sun signs and Saturn and Scorpio are dealing with. For some of you, you're waiting for this person. You may not be in communication with them. For some of you, you may be waiting on this person to contact you. They may not contact you. If you have to reach out to this person to find out what's going on, because I feel like with the messenger in reverse, they don't reach out to you. They don't call you. They don't see how you're doing. You know, you have to reach out to them to see what's up, what's going on with them. But the universe is saying that that's a blessing for you, because this person doesn't really have your best interest at heart. They're not going to be able to give you what it is that you need. They were never able to give it to you in your childhood. The falseness card is here over here in as the overall energy here. So it could be that this person is too proud. Okay, their ego, or they're fake as far as how they feel about you. But when they're around you, it's obvious with the thief card in reverse. You know what it is with this person. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you may have been in denial for a long time, but you can't deny it anymore, because the connection you have with this person, it's very visible in the current relationships that you have. Let's clarify this old woman in reverse. So we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person is not going to put in any work to try to connect to you. Okay, like I said, this person here, this nurturing figure here, they're in an energy of immaturity themselves. So they can't give you what they don't have to give. And that's what you need to understand. That's part of the lesson you have to learn here. What's the faithfulness card here? So for some of you who are still, faithfulness is clarified with the 8 of Wands. So the more faithful you were to this person, or the more loyal you were to this person, the more frustrated you became, because it wasn't reciprocated. What's the thief card in reverse here? What's the thief card in reverse for Scorpio? ascending sign, sun sign, as well as Saturn and Scorpio. We have the Justice energy, Libra energy. So yeah, this person wasn't fair to you, and it was obvious. If you are an adult now and you, like, say you had a babysitter when you were a kid, or somebody who knew your mom and knew your family, who was close to you when you were a kid, you could probably have a conversation with this person about what you've experienced, and this person could have said that they saw it. They saw what was going on, or they sensed it. Especially if you had siblings, because I feel like for some of you, you had siblings, and you didn't get along with them. What's this waiting card in reverse here? And it could have been because of the dynamics of the home. Cousins, aunties, uncles, aunts. Like, I feel like a lot of people saw what was going on, but nobody really did anything about it. Yeah, we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the waiting. In reverse. Yeah, see, waiting on family members to stand up for you, to defend you, to say what was up. Hey, that's not right. But nobody never did. Nobody ever did. What's this pleasure seekers in reverse here? For Scorpio ascending, sun sign and Saturn in Scorpio. We have the King of Cups reverse. Yeah, see, these people manipulated you. Okay, if they were family members or other family members, it could have been siblings, it could have been aunties, uncles, cousins, or what have you. They manipulated you. They played with your emotions, and they got a kick out of it, is what I feel like here. For others of you, your father may not have been around. Your father didn't show you any love at all. For some of you, you may have been raised by a single parent. And then we have the Chariot here with the Servant in reverse. So yeah, with the Servant energy in reverse, it's like this person is never going to appreciate whatever it is that you've done. Like, I feel like this is an energy of people pleasing. With this Servant energy in reverse, it's like you would try to please this relative, or you would try to please your mother or your father, whomever it was that was the nurturing figure or supposed to be the nurturing figure. You would try to please them. Everything you did, like it wasn't enough. They didn't even pay you any mind, and if they did, they just ignored it. Like, you couldn't get the emotional nourishment you wanted if you even tried. This is from past life brought into this life, is what I feel like. So it may have been something that you did in a past life where you had to deal with this karma in your formative years. And I feel like what's going on now is this is you reflecting on the relationship between you and this mother figure or father figure, and understanding that no matter what you do, you have to move on. And for some of you, it's very difficult for you to do. And you would try, no matter what you did with this person, try to spend time with them, try to connect with them. That emotional attachment, it just wasn't there. It's just not there, no matter what you do. What's this gift energy here? We had the gift clarified with the Three of Swords. So I feel like the universe is going to gift you because of this broken heart. For some of you, your heart is broken. This is a mother figure here who never did you right. What's the Messenger in reverse here? Clarified with that Magician in reverse. So yeah, I'm getting two energies here with this. I'm getting the fact that you don't understand because you have clouded vision with the Messenger in reverse. It's like, for some of you, you're not getting it. You just don't get it. You don't understand. For others of you, you're not speaking to this person because you know they're manipulative. Because we got the King of Cups in reverse here. And as a result, you know they were manipulative. This is somebody who played on the fact that they know that you needed love and they weren't going to give it to you. They had no intentions of giving it to you. Here's the Doctor energy here. Clarify this Doctor energy. This is sad. Yeah, and we got the Six of Wands energy here. So I feel like for some of you, you're gonna be victorious. You're gonna get positive karma. You are, for this situation. This is a unique situation here for the Scorpio ascendant sign, the Scorpio sun sign, and the Saturn and Scorpio energy here. Like I said, I felt like this was past life energy that you had to settle in this particular lifetime for whatever reason. And I feel like now that Saturn is in retrograde, Saturn wanted to teach you a lesson in reference to this person. I feel like this is a lesson of self-love, okay? Because we have the King of Cups in reverse in the middle, okay? So this is actually, I feel like, about self-love and stepping away from the situation and no longer communicating with the message in reverse and the Mercury energy in reverse, no longer communicating with this manipulative energy. For some of you, this is the difficult, for anybody, this is one of the most difficult things that you have to deal with as far as karma, is having the person who raised you as being part of your karmic lesson in life. And for some of you, you didn't learn this lesson early enough, where you got out into the world and you started having relationships with people, and that lack of self-love put you in situations where you were looking for people to fill that void, and you kept running into people who just took advantage of you. Like the sucker for love syndrome, where it's like, you know, you didn't get that emotional nourishment as a kid. And so naturally, as an adult, you're lacking that anything that we're lacking as a kid that we didn't get, we grow up, we naturally look for it. We naturally look for it in our relationships. And when we run into people who see that we have that lack of love, and then they purposely take advantage of that and shit on you and use you. I feel like some of you were in relationships where that happened. And no matter what you did, no matter how you tried to show this person or people you cared, you just went on anyway. You did not get, with the Servant in reverse, you didn't get your feelings reciprocated. Okay, but with the Chariot energy, you went on anyway with these relationships, even though you were not getting anything out of it. And I feel like that's what was going on with this parents' relationship. The parental relationship is like, no matter what you tried to do to prove to this person that, you know, you're a good kid, you know, whatever your profession, like even as you got older in your 20s and things like that, in your 30s, for some of you who are that old, you know, your professional achievements, your endeavors, whatever it was that you were trying to, this person never supported you. They never really gave two shits about it. They didn't ask you about what your goals were, what your plans were. Like, they didn't care. They didn't care. Like I said, this person didn't put in any effort, any emotional effort at all, because they didn't have it to give. So some of you have to understand that. That's the karmic lesson you have to learn. And as a result, you will have learned your karmic lesson when you stop putting in energy and effort to try to get this person's approval, because you're never going to get it. This person is just pretending. Like, for some of you, they don't even like you. And that's just the real deal of the matter. It could be because they're scorned because of what happened in their life. And maybe for those of you who, especially if you're a firstborn or there's one of many children, you know, this person was maybe immature and they were not ready to be an adult when you came around. And so as a child, when you came around, you screwed all that up. So now it's time to get responsible. Now it's time. So, and I feel like the person may have felt that as a result of them having to, you know, get serious. Because I feel like for some of you, your father wasn't around, or your father was a player, or your father wasn't able to give the emotional support you needed. And so it was just this person who was raising you, and they were immature themselves. So they took a lot of their resentment out on you. That's what I'm getting for a lot of you here. So let's see. Yeah. So this person didn't try to, like, I feel like there was a lot of conflict with the family with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and waiting in reverse. I feel like there was a lot of crazy family dynamics. Like, it wasn't a cohesive unit. And I feel like this person, they didn't step in to fix anything. So if there was issues with you and your relatives, you and your siblings, or you and your cousins, or any type of family issue under this roof, this person didn't step in to defend you or to protect you. And so as a result, you know, this is heartbreaking for you. Okay? Especially if you had siblings, you know, or cousins or aunties or uncles who just manipulated you and did you dirty. Some of you were in situations where you may have been sexually assaulted by family members. Here go the sirens. You may have been sexually assaulted by family members, and your family knew what time it was, but they didn't do shit. They didn't do shit. And they allowed it to go on. And that's fucked up, man. And some of you, you still tried to just move on. Like, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is very powerful and intense. And so with everything in your power, you moved on, or you tried to. And so for some of you, this is why it's difficult for you to have relationships where I feel like a lot of you are afraid to open up because you're afraid that you're going to be abandoned. Okay, you may be afraid that someone is going to take advantage of your emotions and feelings, put you in a position where they just take from you and don't give to you. But I feel here that you're going to get karma here. You're going to get your karma. Saturn's going to bless you. I don't know with what or how, but you're definitely going to get blessings here because we have the Justice energy and the Six of Wands here. So your karmic obligation or duty, I feel like it's up in this situation. I definitely feel like it is. And like I said, for a lot of you, you were manipulated emotionally, if not sexually as well, okay, by people who knew what was going on and they didn't say shit. This could have been something that was going on in your family. You could have come from a long line of people who were molested, children who were molested, and nobody did anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. They just let the shit go down. Yeah. And so because nobody, tried to do anything about it or fix it, things just were really bad for you as far as once you left the house until now, as far as the different relationships you were in. You weren't in healthy relationships at all for a lot of you. Now, what's challenging this energy is Uranus, okay? Uranus for you is in Taurus, which is in your 7th house of partnerships. So like I said, as a result of what you experienced as a child, your relationships, any type, were affected in some way, shape, or form because of the psyche that was developed behind what you experienced as a child. So that psyche had a negative effect on a lot of your relationships. Whether it's your friendships, whether it's your intimate relationships, whether it's your work or business partnerships, there's always like a, it was always like you were in a position to try to prove yourself to these people as far as that you deserve to be in the relationship. You deserve to be friends with them. It's like you were giving way more than what you were getting. And like I said, some people saw that and they took advantage of that. And so some of you are trying to understand why that's going on. And so I feel like that's what you're gonna figure that out if you haven't already. Okay, again, this is ascending sign Scorpio, Sun Scorpio, and Saturn in Scorpio. Okay, so there was restriction on this person's emotions and feelings as far as what they could give you. And as a result, you grew up lacking emotional fulfillment. And you were looking for that in relationships. And unfortunately, some of the relationships you found, people took advantage of that. All right. So for a lot of you, what you need to do or what you should be doing or what you could do to help to deal with the pain of that, because there's definitely pain here. Okay. And this pain is a gift to you. It's a gift to you because you can channel this pain. Energy can be channeled. It can be transformed. And so you as a Scorpio, ascending sign, sun sign, and Saturn in Scorpio, you can transfer, because Pluto is all about transformation. Pluto's in retrograde as well, and it's going to be in retrograde the same amount of time that Saturn is. So you're going to be able to sit back and reflect on this energy, and you're going to be able to figure out a way to transform it or channel it, to use it as a gift. Okay? For some of you, it could be about writing a book about your experiences. Okay? And you can turn that into money. But for a lot of you, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to channel that energy in some way, shape, or form. Channel it in a way that's going to benefit you. Okay, we have the 2 plus 9, which is the number 11. You know what the number 11 major arcana is. You know. Okay? So you're going to get your justice. All right? So, yeah, I was looking at, okay, so you're in this, yeah, your house of partnerships. So perhaps you are in a situation where you're able to publish a book, write a book. Maybe you're able to do things to help people. Okay? Maybe you can channel that energy into, I mean, there's a lot of things you can channel it into. It's just a matter of what it is that you want. But this is what the universe wants you to do. This is what Saturn wants you to do. But your time is up with that energy. You don't have to worry about that pain anymore as long as you stop extending yourself. Even if this person is alive, stop extending yourself and expecting this person to acknowledge you and recognize you, because they're never going to give that to you. They're not wired to. So you're supposed to take that pain and channel that pain and do something positive with it. All right, let's get another advice card here. Yeah, it says be fearless and bold with it. Okay, the number 4 major arcana is the 4th house. Well, not the number 4 major arcana. The 4th house deals with Cancer. Okay, the emotions and feelings, the home. Okay, that's where you have Saturn at, in the 4th house. I mean, yeah, Saturn's in the 4th house for you. Retrograde. So being fearless and bold about your situation and your story. The number 4 major arcana is the Emperor energy. Okay, so taking control of the situation. That's what the Emperor is. He's fearless and bold. So taking control of the situation and saying, okay, you know what? I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'm not going to allow you to control me. You know, take control of your emotions and your actions. Because here, you weren't in control here. With the Servant in reverse here, you weren't in control. You were just going along with whatever the program was. And that was in any of your relationships. So now I feel like what you're going to get out of this is you're going to be able to be in a position where you're going to be able to see when a relationship is not for you, and you're going to be able to take control where the situation is not going to put you at an imbalance. You won't ever be in relationships again where there will be an imbalance. You will be in control. All right. So let's get one of these cards and then we'll wrap up your reading here. Message for Scorpio. Ascending sign, sun sign, and Saturn in Scorpio. Yeah, see? You're supposed to be away from these people. You're not supposed to be around them. Some of you may need to separate from the entire family, and that's going to be difficult to do. Right? So this is why you need to do things like meditate, so that you can channel that pain, because that's going to be hurtful. Very difficult challenge for a lot of you. Hard. Hard. My prayers go out to you. But channel that energy, and time apart from these people will help you to realize what's been going on. You know, if they don't reach out to you, the hell with them. You know, the best thing for you to do in this situation, from what I'm seeing, is, because they're not going to change, is for you to just move on. Some of you have already come to that conclusion. Some of you are still grappling with that, because that's, like I said, a lot of pain dealing with that. But Saturn is here to teach you that this is what your particular struggle is. So it's not going to change. So the best thing for you to do is to change your mindset and to become more fearless and bold and in control of the situation and in your emotions by moving away from these people, because all they're going to do is manipulate you. That's all they're going to do. That's all they've ever done. That's all they're going to continue to do. They have not changed. You have. So you have to change your perspective and move away. All right, so that's what I get with that. So that was the negative karma that you were dealing with. This is something that you may be contemplating or thinking about over the summer here. But I feel like, you know, you're going to get some type of blessing from Saturn. Maybe when Saturn goes direct, I don't know how that works, but you're going to get blessed for this. This is karma that you're settling up. So as long as you separate from these people and you don't keep trying to go back, because if you keep trying to go back, you're immediately going to get hit with that energy of whatever their issues were with you, they're not going to be resolved. Your particular plight is for you, especially with Saturn being here in Aquarius, that was your particular plight. It was your family. All right. And so you have to move away from them. And when you move away from them and you've learned your lesson, Saturn will bless you. If you keep going back and trying to deal with them and trying to connect with them, you're constantly going to be feeling taken advantage of. You're constantly going to be in pain and frustration. And I'm sure you already know that because you've tried a million times to work things out. And it's just not ever going to work because it's not meant to. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio, with your Saturn retrograde reading. I wish you the best. Take care.